So petrol or diesel, which one is better? A petrol car or a diesel car, which one is better? So you just you're recently contemplating, like you're thinking of which of them to go for. You want to buy a new car, you've just passed your driving test, or you're just okay, you just came into the UK and you're thinking of which car you should go for, because most countries, what you have predominantly there is just fuel cars. So you're here in the UK, you've seen that most cars here are diesel and most cars are petrol, and you're thinking, yeah, which should I go for? Which should I buy and all that? I just want to walk you through which is better, because like I said in my previous video, I've actually used both. So I'm going to be answering that question based on personal experience, having driven both cars and all that. When we came into the UK a couple of years ago, my first car was a diesel car. Like I said, if you're coming from most countries, you would notice, like let me give you an example from Nigeria. If you're coming from Nigeria and all that, you see that 60 to 70% of cars in Nigeria are actually petrol cars. So you don't have the option of thinking of, should I go for diesel and all that. So you want to buy a new car, it's always going to be petrol. You're always going to see that you're always going to buy petrol cars and all that. So you coming to the UK, yeah, it hits you when you notice that most cars, if once you're ready to buy a car, you see that most cars are diesel, most cars are fuel. So you have a lot more diesel cars and a lot more petrol cars and all that. I'll kind of say 50-50 or 60-40 percentage. I mean the ratio and all that. So you kind of contemplating which should you go for. Now let's just start with the cost first. First of all, most petrol cars are actually a lot more cheaper than diesel cars. It's common knowledge. Like if you're trying to buy a used car and all that, you would always see that the price for a petrol car is actually a lot more cheaper than diesel cars mostly. And then sometimes too, you might find diesel cars cheaper. So in terms of cost, sometimes petrol cars are actually a lot more cheaper because you find them more and all that. And then in terms of filling up your tank, diesel is a lot more expensive. So you've just driven into a fuel station, you just want to top up your gas and all that. You always notice that diesel is actually more expensive. Like the price for fuel and for petrol and fuel is actually, the difference is it's noticeable and all that. So diesel is also very, very, that's what you should have in mind if you're looking forward to buying a diesel car. Always know that you're going to be paying more if you're trying to fill up your tank and all that. It's going to be diesel, while fuel is a lot more cheaper. Now, I did explain in my previous video that there's actually a difference between regular and premium petrol. So if it's a petrol car, you need to have this in mind. There's regular petrol, there's premium petrol. Premium is always more expensive than the regular. That's the same thing with gas, but that's not what we're talking about. So in terms of cost, always know that diesel is more expensive than petrol. Petrol is very cheaper. It's cheaper if you're buying gas and all that. Petrol is always going to be cheaper. That's one. And then two, if you know that basically what you'll be doing with this car is just intercity, you're just going to be driving from your home to your office, couple of school runs and all that. You're just going to be picking your kids from school. You're going to work and all that. You should go for a petrol car. It's better for you. It's a lot more cheaper. It's a more economical for you than a diesel car. Diesel cars, to me, actually, it's economical if you're doing long distance journeys. You're doing 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 200 kilometers and all that, probably constantly or daily or 2 times a week and all this. It's a lot more better for you to go for a diesel car. Now, understand what I mean. If you're doing your intercity movement and all that, just a couple of miles and all that, that's what they call it here. In Nigeria, I think we do kilometers and all that. So if you're doing a couple of miles in the UK here, a petrol car is actually good for you. Just intercity and all that is far better for you. But if you're doing long distance journeys and all that, diesel car is actually more economical. I've had that experience before. Whenever I travel to Manchester Airport, it's about 3 hours from here to pick, say, a family member or a friend up from the airport and all that. It's a lot more. When I had my diesel car, it was a lot more cheaper. Like you wouldn't even notice the change there. It just takes you to the car enjoys that long journey. Like it balances up on the ground, like on the road. You're constantly you're there, you're speeding off, you're doing your overtakings, you're driving very comfortably and all that. It's a lot more, like I feel it's more balanced and a lot more faster if you're doing long journeys and all that than petrol, and it's more economical. I'm not saying petrols are not faster if you're doing long journeys, no. But in terms of being economical, diesel is far more economical if you're doing long distance journeys. So what I would say is, if you're buying a van, if you're buying a tow truck and all that, you want something that will give more torque to your engine and all that. It has to be a diesel car. So that's the difference. If you're going to be using it for, well, if it's a van, you're going to be using it for towing, picking up stuffs and all that for people and all that. Then you could do a diesel car. It's a lot more stronger. It's far better for you. If you're doing long journeys, it's far more economical for you. If it's far more economical for you. But if you're not going to be doing intercity, do not go for a diesel car. It ruined my engine also. And then diesel would always want you to sometimes, at least once in a week or 2 times in a week, drive that car to open up the engines. It happened with us. If you're, let me give you an example. Once you wake up on a Monday morning and you're driving to work, you would notice that your diesel car is always struggling. Like in the morning, you just turned on your car, you're driving to work and all that. You notice that it's kind of struggling, like it's struggling to move. But if it's a fuel car, if it's a petrol car, once you turn it on, once you press the accelerator, you're off. Like it responds more faster than a diesel car. A diesel car will take their time until when they pick up, especially when they're doing long journeys. I don't think a fuel car will actually meet a petrol car would actually meet a diesel car. Diesel cars are more fast if you do long journeys. Like if it picks up, it moves. Like it's a lot more faster. But that's my experience. If it's more like if it's more of an intercity stuff, it's diesel cars will always struggle. And I don't like the sound. It's too loud. Like the engine sound and all that. It's actually a lot more scary. But fuel cars, you hardly hear you hardly hear the noise coming out from the engine of a petrol car. That's just the difference. So you also hear the noise from a diesel. Once a diesel car is trying to overtake you or passing you on the road, you will definitely hear. You would know it's a diesel car. You hear it. If it's a Mercedes, that Benz that you feel like should be smooth, you shouldn't hear that sound. You will always hear that sound from a diesel. So these are that's the difference between both of them. So if you know you're going to be doing intercity stuff, you're just going to be picking up your kids from school, you're going to be going to work, you don't need a diesel car. All you need is a petrol car. And if you can afford a hybrid, that's better for you. Petrol hybrid, that's better for you. Diesel doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's going to cost you more money. It's going to consume more fuel because you're just doing intercity journeys and all that. It consumes more fuel if you're doing intercities and all that. So to answer your question, it's basically based on individual preferences. So if you know you're going to be doing short trips and all that, go for a petrol car. It's far, it's better, it's more affordable. If you're going to be doing long distance journeys, if you're going to be doing, if you're going to be using your car as what do you call it? If it's a van and all that, then you should go for a diesel car. But with my personal experience, it's far more easier and cheaper for me to run a petrol car than a diesel car. That's because basically I don't do intercity journey. I don't do long distance journey. It's just intercity. I go to work. I pick up my daughter from school, and then that's it. So if you're buying a new car and all that, if you've just moved into the UK, you're thinking of which of them should you go for. Go for a petrol car if it's intercity. If it's just short trips and all that, except once in a while where you do long journeys, go for a petrol car. But if you know you're constantly going to be doing, if you're working in different cities, like you're living in Manchester and you're going to be working in Leeds, then you need a diesel car. It's far better for you. It's more economical. It's far better and more economical for you. If not, do not buy a diesel car. It's one. It's very, very. It wouldn't serve your needs. If it's intercity, it's going to cost you more money. You would notice every day that you're spending more money to top up your diesel than what you would have spent if you're using a petrol car. So if it's an intercity stuff, petrol. If it's long distance, diesel. So have this at the back of your mind before you buy any of them. Like I said, for me, with what I have now, I would always say petrol is better for me. It serves my need. I do around 40 to 50, less than 40 pound, 40 pound, yeah, 45 pound in a month, or less than that in a month. That's what I use every month, like to top up my fuel, and it's okay for me. I will see you on the next video. Let me also hear from you, your experiences and all that. If which do you prefer, which do you go for, which would you go for and all that. Let me hear from you. I will see you on the next video.